ओम श्री साई राम। विघ्नेश्वरं भजुरे मानस विघ्नहरं भजुरे विघ्नेश्वरं भजुरे मानस विघ्नहरं भजुरे विघ्नेश्वरं भजुरे मानस विघ्नहरं भजुरे विघ्नेश्वरं भजुरे मानस विघ्नहरं भजुरे. As mentioned in one of my talks, most of us have faith in God, but very few of us have living faith in God. When we fail to live our own faith, it becomes a dead faith. So long as we live our faith, it remains living faith. No outside agency can harm or diminish our faith, our belief, our religion in any manner. So long as even there is one person who is living his or her faith. This talk of protecting our religion, our faith from invaders is all political talk. Those who live their faith should know it is only when we fail to live our faith, it becomes a dead faith, a dead religion, a dead belief. And dead cannot deliver. Obviously. The only thing we need to do to make our faith survive and thrive and remain ever fresh and fragrant is to live it. Satyam vada dharmam chara. Swami has told this Vedic mantra many times. He said, but in this Kali age, we do always the opposite. The Vedic injunction is speak the truth and put into practice, live dharma. Dharma is your faith, your way of living. Living as human, be human, behave human. That is dharma. Dharma is a dress that we wear. Our soul is given this particular body, this particular birth, in particular faith and religion to perform our role play in this body, human body with human mind, with human intelligence, and our religion to live it as human. If your mind is good, there is no religion, no situation bad for you. But if your mind is bad, Swami says, then there is no religion, no situation good for you. You are what your mind is. We have to live our faith. Then alone we get the confidence. And that confidence gives us the courage of conviction to live our faith. It is action and reaction. Once it so happened, I was in Whitefield and our Sevadal in charge of Puttaparthi, security officer, he happened to come for darshan early in the morning, and first thing he was searching for me probably, and when he met me he said, Harish, this is my first visit to Whitefield. I came from Delhi by flight, early morning flight, because I am required to report today evening at Puttaparthi. So I came from my 1 month vacation, and I thought, as such Swami is in Whitefield, let me have darshan. So what are the arrangements here? I said, sir, you know better, there is nothing called arrangement, and just there is a office, and I took him there to the hostel room, and immediately, of course, everybody knew him. He was a security officer, and he was given first row in the third block, and I sat along with him. And when Swami came for darshan, Swami came to him, and Swami was so joyful looking at him. He welcomed him rather. Oh, so you have come. When did you come? He said, Swami, I came today. When are you leaving? He said, Swami, today after darshan I have. Why? Summer course is going on. I am giving you a pass. You be here for a few days and enjoy the summer course. As such, there is no crowd in Puttaparthi. So be here. Swami took letter from him, gave him Pad Namaskar. Swami took letter from me, gave me Pad Namaskar. And then Swami walked off for his darshan. And after darshan was over, he said, Harish, now tell me who is the right person to convey message to Swami. I want to convey to Swami that I cannot stay because I have to report. So I want to tell me the right person. I said, of course, sir. Right person is the warden, Narsimhan Garu. But Swami has asked you to stay. He has personally, I heard it. And he's actually asked you to attend the summer course for a few days. And he said he is giving you pass also. Of course. He said, no, Harish. If I don't reach Puttaparthi today, I'll have to face music. So I'm leaving. Just I want to convey to Swami through the proper channel that I'm leaving. I was shocked. And he left. Of course, he was right in his own way. Because Swami's role play is always, he is perfection. He'll play the game both the sides. Those who work with him, they know it. But for me as a devotee, this was very shocking to be. This is the least I can say. If I compare this during a period of 1977, we brothers those days in 70s used to just at the spur of moment, we will get a thought, let us go to Puttaparthi, and we'll just board a train and be at Puttaparthi. And I would come at least 3 to 4 times and stay at least sometimes even 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. It was for me at least, it was my second home. Not second, the first home. And Swami used to like it. He used to respond to our this love. He used to always call me even individually for interview at least once during those days. So that is why I have recorded so many of my talks giving those glimpses. And my mind, I tell everybody that apart from that, Swami has made me a doctor out of a civil engineer with his Sankalpa. That too, he didn't tell me directly, he told my son in the interview room on 13th of January 1993. Yes. My son was in 7th class and he was the form boy. He came with other boys for the birthday tray, and Swami called these boys for the interview, and Swami told my son, first normal, where is your father? He said, Swami, you are my father. Hey, your physical father. And this boy knows that he was conceived by Swami's Sankalpa. So he even dared to say, Swami, you are my physical father also. Hey, I know your father, he is sitting there. He is a doctor. I know him. Now this put my son in, he shook his head. He said, Swami, no, he is a civil engineer. Hey, I know him, he is a doctor. And Swami came out. In that interview, let me mention, is very interesting. Swami said, I know you are from Ulhasnagar. I arranged everything for Sindhis in Ulhasnagar and in Chembur through Colonel Jogarao with government. All the facilities were provided by Swami. This was not known to us before. So when Swami came out, he introduced my son to all the VIPs sitting in portico. Very unusual. He was just in 7th class. Swami said, look at this boy. His father is a doctor. His mother is serving Swami in super specialty hospital. Very noble family. Now everybody sitting in the portico knew me very well, and they knew that I am a civil engineer. But who can contradict Swami? And my son in his mind thought that Swami is making a mistake. He is taking me to be my elder brother who was a doctor and who served Swami in General Hospital. He was superintendent of ESIS. And he and me looked so much like nearly twins in those days, in college days, that boys would make mistake calling me Prem and calling him Harish. So my son also thought maybe Swami is, not maybe, he was sure that Swami is making a mistake, taking me to be his uncle. So when we met me at Ganesha, when the boys go from Ganesha, we can talk to them while running with them. They walk and we run. I asked him what happened today. Swami was very happy and he was talking to you, pulling your cheeks in the portico. He said, nothing. Swami took you to be our uncle and he said your father is a doctor. He took you to be uncle and he walked away. I said the sun can rise from west tomorrow. He can make that mistake. Instead of east, he can rise from west. But this 5 feet 3 inch God can never make a mistake. I knew it. I had that confidence that he cannot make a mistake. God in the heavens can make a mistake. Once he was playing with a locket. I used to wear one golden chain with a locket of Swami, stone locket with golden grape around and then the golden chain. Those days, Swami would always play with that locket in the interview. While talking to me, he will just play with the locket. So once in the interview room, when he was playing with the locket, he noticed that the hair on the stone had become, the painting had gone, the black hair, the curly hair, the painting had gone because of my sweat on my chest. I have hair on my chest, and I used to sweat a lot when I'm in Mumbai. So the hair had become grey. It had, mean the painting had gone. So it was looking grey here because that black painting had gone. So while playing, Swami said, "Hey, what is this?" I said, "Swami, because of sweating." No, 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 not sweating. Hairs rubbing. For a moment I thought, how can Swami make such elementary grammatical mistake? The plural of hair is hair. And Swami said, hairs rubbing. The moment this thought crossed my mind, Swami said, your hair rubbing with my hair. Hairs rubbing. This God can never make a mistake. He showed that he is not thus the stone. He is actually there. So, this confidence in his word can change the situation. As he told me during my brother's marriage in an interview room, younger brother, ladka hai ki ladki hai for my son. Because at the 7th month, when the tests were done by the gynec in Ulhasnagar, Dr. Mrs. Balani, they said it is a girl. But my faith in Swami's words, first boy, next girl. Swami said, ladka hai ki ladki hai? I said, Swami, with your grace, it is a boy. Because of your faith, I changed. That is living faith in his words. So, to continue with that incident, there are so many leelas, one leads to another. Coming back to that, during that 77 period, 1977, me and my younger brother Kishore, at 11 o'clock night, decided that we are going to Puttaparthi. My mother was in Whitefield to attend summer course, and we needed to ask Swami for dates for my marriage. And so we just decided at spur of moment that we'll go. So at night, me and my brother boarded train from Kalyan. One Madras mail was there around 12 o'clock or so. And when we reached Pune around 3 o'clock, suddenly my brother reminded me. He said, Harish, today morning 10 o'clock you are supposed to go to receive our superintendent engineer at the Santa Cruz airport. The executive engineer had one day before called me and informed me that our new superintendent engineer is coming from Delhi, and he said, I am giving you this chance to receive him from the Santa Cruz airport. His flight is reaching at 10 o'clock, and you bring him in your car, and while driving from airport to Thane, his quarters, you can be friendly with him, and that will help you in your business. It was a great opportunity, and he gave me this privilege, because he was very, very close to me. So now the situation was that we are in Pune at 3 o'clock in the morning and 10 o'clock. How could we be in this? For a moment, I also thought, oh, what a mistake we did. But next moment, I said, don't worry, we are going to Swami now. He will take care. Don't worry, forget it. Who cares? In my mind, I thought, he cares. We reached Whitefield. In the evening, Swami saw me running behind his car. He got down near the hostel, looked at me, hey, kab aaya? I said, Swami came today morning. What do you want? I said, Swami, we are, how many? He said, I said, Swami, me and my brother. He called one boy and he said, give them 2 passes. So we were given 2 passes. We attended summer course for few days, and then Swami blessed me. He gave the date from his balcony, 26th June, for marriage. And then me and my mother came back. My brother, all we came back. My brother completed the summer course and then he came. So now we have to face the executive. So me and my brother drove to his residence in Thane. Bara Bungalow is called. So my brother said, Harish, I will not come because now you have to face. I said, don't worry, Swami will take care. So I went inside his bungalow. As I was walking towards him, I saw him. He was sitting in his outside veranda garden and talking to somebody on phone. And I was thinking at the back of my mind what to tell him. I said, okay, I'll tell him something. I went to Swami, some emergency situation, my mother, like that. Thoughts were crossing like this. And he said, he was talking to somebody. So I sat down. The moment he kept his phone down, before I could tell sorry to him, this executive engineer of PWD, he is telling me, I am sorry, Thakur Sahab. Other day I told you to go to airport to receive our Sahab, super engineer, 10 o'clock in the morning. But after you left, I received a call in the evening that he is not coming by morning flight, he is coming by the late night flight. I tried to contact your number you gave me, Sapna Talkies 240 Ulhasnagar, but I could not get you. So I had to request some other contractor. So I'm sorry, you must have waited there. I said, yes, sir. It was a great blessing for me in disguise. He said, how? I said, sir, he did not come, but I had a call from Swami like, your call did not reach me, but his call reached me. So I had to leave for Whitefield, Bangalore, and I went there to seek his blessings. Oh, you went to Baba. Where is my prasad? I gave him a packet of vibhuti. He was happy. This is how divinity works. If you have faith in him, he can make even an engineer into a doctor. He told me next day when I asked him, Swami, you want me to become a doctor? You are a doctor. You will become doctor to doctors. Do homeopathy. He decides. He provides. Jai Sai Ram.